Hi, how are you?
I'm well, Ramesh. How are you? Good morning.
I'm well. And thanks for being here. And it's great to talk to you.
And you?
And uh, what we're going to do today is actually talk about what this series does. We talk about different products CTFO offers. And you have used a lot of them as well, and I've used a lot of them as well. But let's hear it from you. Which you had mentioned that you wanted to talk about celluvie, and celluvie is one of my favorite products. I've used it. It has brought changes in my life, and I would like to know about uh, since what you like about celluvie.
Well, let me share a little story. Um, Over the last 3, 5 years, a good friend of mine had been telling me about using a glutathione precursor for a long time, and um, I, typically I've been using some other nutritional products and kind of committed to what I was taking. And of
Yeah.
course, didn't listen. Little stubborn old me, right? And, I just didn't listen. And I really didn't look into it or research it, or she sent me links and I didn't spend my time, studying it, right? Well, my bad. Because when CTFO came out with Celluvie, I don't know, 6, 8 months ago, in the middle of last year, I guess.
Mm.
um, of course, I start to hear more about this glutathione precursor called Celluvie, ironically, and man, what I discovered and listened to, and I've known for years about oxidation. You know what oxidation is where your body basically rusts.
Yeah.
It's like when you leave out your plastic lawn chairs or your hose through the winter, the environment will oxidize and destroy it. Well, that's what happens to our bodies as we age. Our arteries get harder, our skin gets aging, and it's all based on your cellular level. Your body is all cellular cells, right? And so as those get old and deteriorate, these things happen and your health starts to deteriorate as a result. So your cells control everything. So if you can reverse that and with a glutathione precursor, deoxidize your cells and repair them and clean them up and um, kind of make them healthier and detox your body, some of these things are going to get better and you're going to slow down the aging process. Now, these are claims, that we really don't make. I mean, you feed the body the proper ingredients, the body will basically heal itself.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about, is giving the body good nutrition and how the body responds to, just that. And our food is not enough. You know, 30 years ago, I talked to a fellow that was doing soil um, analysis for the government out here in British Columbia. And I don't know why I asked him this. A long time ago, I asked him this, and I wasn't even in the nutritional industry at that time. And I asked him, how much nutrient is left in our soil today compared to what it was many years ago when my father was young? And he says, well, I'll give you a good example. He says maybe about the 1930s, let's go there. We have about 30% of what they had in the soil then. And the soil is feeding our food, right? So, I mean, that can tell you something. I mean, and our foods are so full of chemicals and our environment. And I mean, just look around you. When I was going to high school, nobody had asthma. Nobody had all
No.
these childhood diseases, and nobody had those things, honestly. So that's what I
And
want
it's
to
just
do.
increasing more and more.
It's incredible. Um, I never seen so many kids with asthma. Um, and so what you do is you're taking a glutathione precursor to protect yourself, to make your cells healthier, to clean your cells, clean your liver, and detoxify your body, and things will happen. You'll notice them. So what? So that's a little bit about what the product can do for you. Do you
For
have
me, I
any?
know like the changes it has brought for myself. I was surprised, let me say that. I didn't expect it to work that. as well as it did, and it took me less than 30 days to feel the changes. And also for myself, I used to weigh close to 280 pounds, and I brought the weight down. And the main thing is, after I started taking it, I just had so much energy, and you need to get that energy out. And I started working out, walking, exercising, and that worked out. It was a gradual process, but that product helped me to give me that big boost.
Yeah.
Where I felt, what I would joke around with some friends would be like, hey, like I felt like, like Popeye, but a cartoon back in the day, like when he has his spinach and all of a sudden there's a lot of energy. I was like, yeah, that's how I felt. It's like,
did you know? This is sleep. Did you notice the better sleep?
Yeah, I actually had 8 to 10 hours of sleep.
Did you notice the dreaming?
I had dreams, but I slept really well. I can say that.
Yeah,
peacefully.
very well. Yeah,
peacefully without any problems. How was it for you?
The sleeping, definitely. I'll tell you something that's been really, really weird. I'm 77. When you get older like me, and you haven't taken a glutathione precursor, maybe, you get skin issues. Okay, now I have melanoma. I was diagnosed with melanoma about a month ago, I guess. Surprised the heck out of me. I had a lesion on the back of my leg that I let go, and man, I was going in the suntan beds and everything with it, which is a real no-no. And so since then, because I mean, melanoma can reoccur in different parts of your body. So now you have to go to a dermatologist and get your skin checked every 6 months or so and make sure there's nothing else going on. And if you don't get it early enough, it'll transfer into your blood, your bone, and other areas. So fortunately, they got mine early enough. And it hadn't transferred beyond that spot. Consequently, what on earth is the best thing I can do to protect myself is take a glutathione precursor. Right? So I used to take it once a day for just prevention, right? Now I take it 2 or 3 times a day because I really want the maximum cell protection I can get. And I can't think of anything better, so, and we've got other people like Anne-Marie. Can I share your story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hang on a sec. Let me find it.
I just had a bunch of questions written down. I was just looking at.
Okay, that's okay. Well, I'll just run through this really quickly. This is Anne-Marie. This is her husband. So for years and years and years, Dan's had a debilitating lung issue that worsened each year, causing him shortness of breath, oxygen depletion. I can't read up here. So he's been on 3 inhalers and have needed oxygen concentrator when exerting himself. I literally had struggled with going up to 2 or 3 steps before running out of breath. And when I bent down, I could almost pass out trying to stand back up. He has a painful, debilitating joint condition that has required an expensive immune suppressive drug just to make it somewhat bearable. So Dan and Anne, both, and her dad have had amazing results. He's an older man in his 80s. He started taking the glutathione precursor, and we recommend the loading dose, three times a day for 15 days. And then twice a day for the next 15 days, and then once a day after that, unless you've got something, seriously going on, right?
Yeah.
So what's really, really cool is after 2 weeks, you can see here, he was able to exert himself much more than before. Breathing or shortness of breath improved by approximately 50%, and my recovery time after exertion became markedly shorter. He was able to help his wife with her painting business. He's back working with Anne doing painting, rolling walls for 4 to 5 hours, 1-2 times a week. So, after an hour or two before, his body would seize up. He'd be extremely stiff and achy. The following day, I would typically be crippled. Since being on celluvie, 5-6 weeks, he's not experienced this severe pain and stiffness. He's been able to go on walks much longer than he has for years. And he's experiencing significantly increased sustained energy. And he does talk about, look at this, he does talk about the weight problem like you had alluded to. And he has religiously tried other diets. Since being on this product, he's actually lost 10 pounds. His mood is better. My skin coloring, vitality are better. His skin is softer. He just got
The skin changes, doesn't it?
Isn't it wonderful?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Now let me try and get this back here. Stop share and back at you. So I had to share those because those, and Anne-Marie is helping so many people just by sharing her and Dan's stories and her father's stories. Her father was very lethargic, sitting all day, and now he's up working in his shop and doing things. So it's amazing what can happen, you know, and you don't want to oversell people's, you know, expectations, get them too high. But, you know, I mean, they can try the product. Ramesh, you know, we have...
money back, right?
Exactly. So I mean, you've nothing to lose by getting 3 bags of it, trying for 60 days. If you don't notice any results, the company gives your money back. Yeah. So what a great...
But I try to tell people it's kind of like a sample.
It is like I said, every product we have is like a sample.
Yeah.
First time. Yeah. And that's not a gimmick, that's fact. And we get so few back. We really do. Because the products work, right?
Exactly.
So.
And you have nothing to lose.
That's right. You have other questions?
And what I was going to say is, can you let people know how easy it is to use the product?
Oh my goodness.
It's nothing complicated.
No, you can just, there's no taste to it. And it mixes very, very well, unlike other liquid powder precursors on the market. And by the way, there's really only 3 on the market, and ours is one of them. Ours is the best price by far. We're 40% less than one of the others.
These are glutathione precursors, or what are they?
Glutathione precursors.
Okay.
And you want a liquid form, or you want a powder form that mixes liquid. You don't want a capsule or tablet form, because it doesn't get, you know, you lose it through your digestive system. Yeah. This one gets right into the body in the right places. So that's what you want. And it mixes. The way I mix mine, I just put it in a little bit of, you know, about that much orange juice, and just mix it like a paste and add water, stir it up. It's no taste. And it's like diluted orange juice. There's no taste to it.
Warm or cold?
What's that?
The liquid does it have to be warm or cold? Because like some you have to
cold.
Cold. Okay.
Absolutely. And so it's very easy to take. Very easy to take. Yeah.
Because with some products you have to take it if it's like a warm drink, right? And some it has to be cold.
Correct.
So
I do mine first thing in the morning, and then I don't eat for an hour. Or if I eat early, I'll take it midstream where there's no food an hour before and after. So I take it isolated by itself. I don't take it with my other vitamins or anything else. No drug interactions with it. Nothing to worry about there. No contradictions. So it's perfect.
And I had another question. How would you rate the value for the money? Because I know it's a great price.
Oh my. Gosh. I think 3 bags. Well, I mean, can you put a value on your health?
Right.
I don't think it's well priced. Like I said, we're 40% less than one of our competitions, and we're less priced than the other. So you can't put a value. You really can't put a value on good health and keeping and prevention. And I know there's lots of stuff out there, but there's nothing like this. There really is nothing like this.
I know this product changes your life. I know mine. It has.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
So we go out
People
and help a
also-
whole lot of other people change their health,
Yeah, exactly.
and we
And,
get rewarded for that.
How likely, last question is just how likely would you recommend to others? But obviously, you would recommend it to others. It's a great
Scale of 1 to
product.
10, give it a 10.
10.
Give
Awesome.
it a 10.
Awesome.
Great
And-
company. A very, well, how do I want to say it? Ethical, responsible company.
Mhm.
There's no hype here. There's no nonsense. We only acquire the best products we can find.
And the other thing is, what I was
Some
thinking.
of the products we have our own. Some of those products are exclusive to us. Our own technology, even. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the 10x.
Yeah. One thing I want to say before we finish this is, CBD, there's been a big rage on CBD for the last 3 years, and in
Mhm.
Canada too, in which we can't get it anymore.
Yeah.
And CBD is really great, and I take it because I have neck pain. I've taken it for 3 years. However, it's really good for the body, and if you search Google on CBD, hemp CBD, and you search on glutathione, any ailment whatsoever, you're going to come up with documentation. You're going to come up with stories. You're going to come up with results. There are 90, I forget how many, 90,000 documents and articles on glutathione. Okay, so you can search Google any ailment in glutathione, and you'll be amazed what you see.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is CBD is wonderful. It really is a wonderful discovery, a hidden secret for many years. But I will tell you this, that glutathione, celluvie is it's more comprehensive for the body. Like it hits every cell in your body.
Mhm.
CBD hits the endocannabinoid system.
And that was actually it. That was the last question I had.
Is that it?
Thank you very much for today.
You're welcome. Nice to see you this morning.
It was great. It was
All
great.
right. You take
And
care.
I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Sounds
Have a
good.
good day.
You too. Have a
Thanks.
wonderful day. Have a good week.
Thank you. Bye.